Yes, firstly, before we crack on, please subscribe and like. And thanks especially to my boy Nadav Drew in the house. He's been since with the Trippy since back in the day. Dropped a five for the weekend. Thank you, my brother. That will buy me 2 coffees because I ain't getting my drink on the moment. And yeah, man, I need all the money because I'll tell you about what they're doing to me, man. They're persecuting your man as the Triple B. But thanks a lot, my boy Nadav, in the house using Cash App. Yes, hello, what's up? It's Triple B. Please like. Please make sure you like, especially if you're returning sub because, the Triple B channel getting attacked, We're still doing all right, you get me? But, I get people saying shadow ban and this, that, in the comments, and they're not getting their notifications, and they don't like the truth. These people. I mean, this platform really irritates me. Well, no, it disgusts me because it's an agenda thing. You talk about certain things, no problem. We'll touch on another, and you're off. Anyway, also like the stole. I had my stole, which had something like 14 lines of merch, some good stuff. Got some great feedback. I only made 2 sales. I'm slightly disappointed with, but anyway, now. Right? Yesterday took away 3 lines, right? The skins, one of the Tyson ones, and the Adam Smith on the grounds of copyright. Maybe the Sogla is the only one, but as if someone from 1980s coming to America's found this tiny channel, merch. No, and the Adam Smith one, how could that be copyright? Adam Smith in an actual image that I made, of a photo, but I made the image different. And say there's the respect. Someone's complained, and the main culprit is probably Spencer Fearon, possibly Adam Smith, and then Sonny Edwards. The only 3 possibility ones, and obviously Smith's got some clout. He watches the channel, and he's scared because he's revealed for. You better be scared when the real truth comes out, blood. But anyway, and so now I had another 8 removed. So there's only 3 lines there, but where there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way. All right, Anyway, so I'll get those lines back up. I've got a number of different things I've been investigating. The problem is the one that I chose had actually a nice price point, whereas others are really high. But anyway, there's loads of possibilities. There's no way. That merch is wicked. There's no way it's under copyright. It's just a joke. It's been attacked. I take Adam Smith because he's got a lot of... It's either Fear or Smith, I reckon, because Adam Smith got a lot of pull because with the Sky Sports is behind him, and all that stuff. So he can make some complaints. I don't know, man. He's going to get it anyway. And Fearon's obviously going to get it. He's bits. He'll do anything. Can he get it too, man? I know I put a Patreon anyway. So anything vaguely. And I'll tell you, that's going to talk about a lot about other stuff that the YT wouldn't allow you. Anyway, we're talking about Conor Benn, right? We're talking about Conor Benn and boxing. This is our boxing channel, Not our whinging channel. Thanks to 2 guys who bought the merch. I mean, man, some other guys should have got in there. They were going, we'll buy something. Maybe they got the limited edition merch, but I spent like £60 on merch myself because I wanted the samples so that I could wear them on the lives. But back to Conor Benn. So what do we got here? So obviously, well, as we know, the fight. I mean, there's a million videos on this, right? So there's a million videos on this that it's been postponed now, and we can see it coming. I mean, Eddie Hearn so desperately trying to we can. I'm sure we can get this going. Once the British Boxing World Control said no, it's not happening on that date. It wasn't going to happen, man. And he's drowning, Hearn. He's drowning. I mean, I don't know when it's postponed for. As I said, I was a bit gutted. I was actually looking forward to it because, despite the fact that the fight didn't mean anything, I mean, it wasn't even at a division. It was a catchweight division, right? But despite that. Despite the fact that, one guy's going up like 2 weights, the other, almost 2 weights, the other guy's dropping down to a weight he's never fought at, blah, blah, blah. There's still enough hype there, and, it's still an interesting fight. I'm not saying it's a worthwhile fight, it's an interesting fight. I don't, I thought Eubank might be too big, but whatever. As I said, Ben was looking strong, and now we know why. I mean, it's not a real surprise, It's not a real surprise, and obviously pop for Comifline, which I've never heard of before, but apparently it's a pregnancy drug, and all the memes are coming out, obviously. I quite like, that's the one thing in modern days, everything's under scrutiny if you're in the public eye, man. You can't hide your dumb ass. So, you know, he's getting hammered. I don't think. I don't know. I mean, can you recover from that? You know, I can't. When was the last time a British boxer popped and got so hammered? I can't remember, man. When was the last time a British fighter popped full soft? There's Billy Joe Saunders, but there's a bit in between. There's Tyson Fury again. It wasn't really. There was a bit of doubt. I don't know. But this guy's popped. There's no doubt. Anyway, I want to talk about all who was testing, but they shouldn't have been testing. Blah, but I don't care about that anymore. Also, I don't care about popping. Yeah? Because everybody at the top of every sport, and especially now in boxing, there was a time when a lot of the boxers didn't. You know? But a load of them did. Like guys like Roy Jones, you know, it was so blatant from his body. You know, he's considered a goat. I hate that expression. You know, secretly satanic, by the way, in case you didn't know. But, you know, and his muscles were just ridiculous. And he even popped, didn't he? And he's still the GOAT. He popped throughout his entire... I mean, he was juicy throughout his entire career. Tyson, probably. You know, a few of them guys. I don't know in the 70s if they were doing it. I don't know. There might have been a couple. But like I said, it gives you such a big advantage as to be ridiculous. So even if you're vaguely talented... Like, Gage's no good. But he PDs so much. And he has all the best supplements, training, food. And he's still not that good. Yeah, without the PEDs, you know, as I said, he'd be possibly scraping top 100. Yeah, making a few grand a fight. And that's where he deserves to be. But anyway, I don't care because as far as I'm concerned, now they're all doing it. The guys that I believe didn't do it recently, I don't believe Kazagi was doing it. You look at his body, man. Compared to Jazzy Jeff Lacey, he was popping. I mean, he was, you know, taking every kind of PEDs, never popped. These guys never pop. Why? Because there's too much money in the sport. And there's too many ways. You know, people believe in the testing system. It's just pathetic, man. Pathetic, deluded. You know, they believe in what they're told. Look at Lance Armstrong. Never, ever failed a test. Yeah, until afterwards. He must have upset some. You only fail a test, yeah, like Jarrell Big Baby Miller, if people want you. It's never the A side either in boxing, is it? I don't know who the A side was in this fight, Eubank Ben, but, you know, I don't know, something was going on there. There are a number of theories. Some people think their fight was never going to happen. It's all been a big PR ploy. Okay? Why? That's the question. Why? The question would be, well, I mean, you could argue. I thought sales were probably going well. I don't know. I didn't see them, but there was quite a lot of hype. Maybe it wasn't as well as they thought they did, you know? Maybe it wasn't as good as they thought it did, and they wanted to postpone it. This is the best way, and it's the best way to get a lot of people talking about it. And when you get the rematch, people talk about it even more, maybe negatively, but then that just means more sales for everybody. You know, Ben's not going to go reach serious world class. You know, Eubank's already not reached it. You know, touched it, but that's it. So I made the most of money out of these guys. Other people say actually it's a bit more nefarious what's going on. They've Eddie Hearn's been taught a lesson, maybe stepped out of line by with regard to the elitists. Okay. And he wasn't obeying orders. Maybe Conor Benn didn't do something he was meant to. Whether that's something private, some ritual thing, or he was meant to say something that he didn't. I mean, you know, I don't know. So they punished him. These are other possibilities. Because if you are making a lot of money, you won't fail a test. Yeah. You know, there's all kinds of ways to pass a test. Mike Tyson had a fake willy. There's masking, there's cycling, there's using PEDs and drugs that they don't even know exist, that haven't been banned yet. They don't know how to test for. You know what? You got to know what you're testing for, blood. Yeah. And then there's bribery, obviously. You know, UCAD's very slippery. Close connections to Eddie Hearns. Yeah. There was a girl a woman rather, from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria who worked on the 2012 Olympics where Gay was at, okay? And she was a director on this. She had loads of dodgy, weird little private limited companies, security companies, pharmaceutical companies. She lived near Gay's mother. Gay is also Yoruba, the mother. Yeah, it's shady, man. And I did this on the old channel, and then suddenly she disappeared from the website. You understand, Chubby has impact. He might have a low number of subs, but there's impact there, blood. Because I speak about real things. Yeah, for me fans. That's my mission, for me fans. That's what I'm going to have on my gravestone. He did it for the fans. The Triple B. So, there's a few things to remember. testing is a joke throughout boxing. As far as I'm concerned, every top athlete is juicing. You have to. You cannot compete if you don't now, because there's so many of them on it. Well, I mean, all of them on it, basically. Linford Christie was a top sprinter, but he couldn't really do much more than top 10. And then suddenly, age 31 or 32, he started winning. Yeah, and this is when sprinters pass his prime, because he's like, no, I am gonna juice. Everyone else doing it. Carl Lewis is going to be the clean guy. Yeah, you remember him in 1988 Olympics? He popped. Ben Johnson's going to be the bad guy. But every single person in 1988 Seoul Olympic 100-meter final, popped a test at some point. So what do you know about that? Okay. I mean, sometimes they mess it up. Sometimes there are some honest people, but mainly the top dogs, especially in boxing, which is probably the easiest sport to corrupt. Yeah. You won't unless you've upset someone. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, like all the memes around, people are trashing Ben, left, right, and centre. There's this funny, this complete bum, this loser, who had a tattoo of Conor Benn all down his his what's it called, his side, his rib cage, and all that. I mean, firstly, that's so tragic. I mean, a lot of tattoos, like a tattoo of Conor Benn on you. I suppose it's better than a tattoo of Jimmy Savile. But yeah. And then Chris, but to put it up as well, he's going to become a meme in boxing and not just boxing, beyond UK sport, because he's like, I'm so gutted. Oh, Conor, after you were my hero. It's so pathetic when you talk about your hero. Oh, I can't afford no laser treatment. I'm broken-hearted. I'm destroyed. You were my hero. How can you have a hero who's a boxer, any sportsman or a singer, and people adorn your own body with his ego? It's pathetic, man. This fool. His name is Titch version 2.0, innit? He's got a weird username, at Swastika Eyes 81. Very strange. Anyway, Chris Eubanks. See, he's been doing quite well with his trolling, to be honest with you. Has come and said, don't worry, mate, I'll pay for your tattoo removal. Just shout over your info to my team, and I'll sort everything out for you. Email is in my bio. People go, oh, what a nice guy, so respectful. Come on, man, it's just a great piece of trolling. And we'll see what he does. I don't know how much tattoo removal costs. I think it costs a few grand to remove something that big. What a loser that guy is. And yeah, like I said, Eubanks won this battle in some ways, obviously, because he pretends to be clean when he's juicing as well. I call him. Yeah, and he's always wearing his 60% baby t-shirt and stuff like that. He puts up with a smug grin on his face. I mean, he's like, I don't know, baby. He's obviously been hanging out with Caldwell. Which is another t-shirt they decided that I'd copyrighted. How can they be a copyright against Dave Colwell pointing to a thermostat and say it says 73? How can they be a copyright against that? An image that I built. Not some photo I grabbed off the internet. I built this image. I might have used the basis of him in the gym, but that's not copyrighted. You're allowed to do that. You can do pictures. It's just nonsense. He's been persecuted, as I said. So if you can drop me them, any Cash App shekels or anything like that, BTC, I'd be appreciative. But I got to keep fighting. There'll be a Patreon next week, and it will include a lot of, serious non-boxing stuff as well. It's got to be done properly, because I remember Time Booth had his Patreon. I signed up for him. And he started off by putting up a few old videos, and I was good to see them again because they'd been taken off. And then he put up these different tiers, which would include like Skype chats and all this kind of thing. And then, it hasn't been updated for every year. And obviously Tan's content is good, but he's very disorganized and unfocused. And if I'm going to open a Patreon, I've got to treat me fans properly. Me fans are going to get extra content and unboxing stuff too, which a lot of my peeps have asked for. So, but it's got to be done properly, like I said, and I will be opening other shops. Listen, man, I've already looked into it. If it happens, I have to fulfill the merch myself, which will give me a nice margin, by the way. I could get a proper margin on it instead of, the pathetic 20% margin I'm getting with what's it called, Spread Shop, or all the other rip-off Teespring dudes. I'll do it. And there's ways to do it without hotting yourself up, without. grassing itself up or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Without remaining anonymous. But it's a lot more work. But I don't care, man. And you obviously got to invest a bit more money. The thing is with these models where you only, everyone only gets paid if an order's made. They're pretty good, but the margins whack. And they manage everything, but you got to just give design and traffic. But you know what? Where there's a will, there's a will, and there's me funds, and there's a community. We'll be done. So that's the Conor Benn thing. I think it'll become the match will come in. I don't know how long it'll be postponed for. Probably about another 3 months or something. December fight, yeah. Especially as now there's no Gay J or Tyson Fury fight. It's got to be December, right? Or is that too soon? Maybe. But I reckon December would be a good one. And then people would be all this arguing about that. Oh, he should be banned for life. And Tony Bellend will come out and say Conor Benn should be executed for taking performance enhancing drugs. That what would happen if someone got killed with these drugs and blah blah blah. This nonsense. I mean, if for 1 minute Bellend didn't think that David Gay was juicing off his ass, he's admitted it. Even, so. But obviously Bellend's happy to take the cash money. He's an Illuminati pawn anyways. And then they'll have the fight maybe in December, late December. That's what I think would be a good time. Yeah, and because generally nobody got no money anyway. Whereas December people are partying. It's their Christmas. They want to shell out their money. So I believe December will be a good date. There'll be so much controversy. Oh, we can't believe we let him fight. Oh yeah, but then there'll also be, oh yeah, but he did actually pass the B test. So that'll give Ben a little bit of a sort of slide away, yeah. And I don't know why he didn't use my excuse, which is about the rug munching. I mean, he was rug munching. So he ingested some of his girl was taking it to be pregnant. And he kissed her, and he up pum and he's got to listen to the Triple B, because then it's like, oh okay, and then some people, the normies will believe him. Oh, okay, yeah, but he didn't pass the B someone, and he only had bad luck because he was munching some pum and she was on Confleme or whatever it's called, yeah. So Triple B should be the manager of Conor Benn, but I don't want to be in that dirty business. I'm into the business of rinsing people and pleasing my fans. All right. So, yeah, I reckon December. Massive fight, even bigger than it would have been because of this. Everyone will be talking about the pros and cons of, he shouldn't be allowed to fight. You know what's going to happen. It'll be a circus and everybody get paid even better. So there you go. Now, Porky. Now, people have been asking about Porky. You know that, Porky. Now, as I said, another video. I just said where he's been, right? And it's pretty much confirmed. I said he got nicked for having some brown, allegedly 4 ounces of brown, allegedly, and he spent a week on the remand or about that. Came out, and there's the real discrepancy with how all these sort of videos will be released. None of them mentioned the big. The big story of the Ben thing. And now I said, come out yesterday. What have we got? We've got something like, he's done like 15 videos about Conor Benn. And you see him talking now, and he's talking normal. He's, it's the Big P. Welcome to me hardcore boxing. My boxing fans, what am I going to talk about today? Like he was, in the videos I showed you, but he was Compass Mentis, right? And like I said, I like the way Porky's kind of real about certain things, about most things. And he knows his boxing, so I got no haterism there. Thoughts and prayers with Porky, as with Sam Strowland. I mean, he obviously went through some cold turkey, yeah, on remand, and cluck and chew that, and went through the withdrawal. But so now he's gone through that, yeah, and he's back to normal, okay. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, find out what's happening. If he's facing a charge, intent to supply is kind of bad. He'll do a few years behind door for that blood, but we'll see what happens, man. I'll see what my peeps tell me. So yeah, there we go. Yet another disappointing boxing week. Yet another so-called big fight. Scratched. Yet another week of soap opera boxing. Yeah, it's all it is, a soap opera. Talk. Oh, did you hear that? What did you hear? Oh, Hughes pulled out his fight. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he's got long C19. Oh, no, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, guess what? What? Oh, Canelo said he wants another fight with Triple G. Oh, no, really? Oh, no. That's boxing now. Not did he see? Who do you think's going to win between X and Y? I think X. And then after the fight, oh, no, it was so good. And that's what happened in the Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank senior days. But anyway, them days are gone. But even like UFC, and I don't boy UFC because boxing for me is more pure. It's easy to understand. It's got history, and then it ain't got people not rolling around with your face in a man's batty hole, huh? Well, unless you're Ben Heine and Gijay, but is it? We hardly ever get pullouts, and when it is, it's usually a serious injury. And I know it's a completely different setup with one promotional company and one regulatory body, which is owned by the promoters. So it's very different. But the model would not be in modern boxing. You couldn't put it. You know what? Otherwise you'd have to have every boxer signed to the same promotional company and the same regulatory body, and that's it. But that's not going to happen. You need to have more money than any of these promoters put together to do that. There's a lot more money in boxing, as we all know. Just another disappointing weekend without no boxing, blood. I'm gonna have to read some videos. Anyway, peace, guys. Yes, that's enough about that. See if what the Triple B has said rolls out. That's what. And I was going to say, have a look at the merch store, but now there's only 3 products. But hurry up, man, there's still a 15% discount. I don't know what 3 products are left. In fact, wait. Tice, no. Don't interrupt me, innit? There you go. Okay, I'll tell you what products are left. If any by now. You can rush and get them. They've actually fulfilled the other ones. Blood clots, sorry. So the 3 it's left that you can still order. Oh, sorry, man. Oi, so you got the gay J. Yeah? Don't shop at that shops. That's got to be worth a sale from somebody. Come on, man. You got the Jugger Chad, which is Juggernaut wearing that huge, helmet thing. I mean, I don't know. It looks quite good if you're a Jugger Chad fan. And then you got the Ricky Hatton. For me fans. Yeah, I don't think anybody will be rushing to buy the Ricky Hatton and a Gimp mask, but that's all that's left right now. But as I said, I will be opening some more, and if I have to fulfill it my own, I will, blood, and I will get a nice margin on it instead of only 20. Yeah, and I can do them at a normal price. Think about it, right? Let's see. I buy these t-shirts in bulk. That cost X amount from China. Printing on them will cost X amount, and then you can always charge for delivery, can't you? So, it'll be value for money, man. I'll have to look into it. But there's still other shops, so I've done them on some other shops. I'll see how that turn out. If I get persecuted, I'll go on a hustle, bruv. I'll go on a grind. There's more than, I don't like this phrase, but there's more than one way to skin a cat, blood. Yeah? Especially when the Triple B is skinning this cat, blood. All right? Peace.